Good morning and a very happy Sunday to you. Taking a live look outside right now from Lookout Mountain over Golden. Just love this shot this morning. We needed that snow here and it looks just gorgeous. Thanks again for being here. I'm Lauren Scafidi. Let's send things on over to Weather Impact Team meteorologist Jaden Knowles. Jaden, our final hour together. I cannot believe it. We have had so much fun this past almost year on 9 News morning weekends together.
Yeah, you know, it's unbelievable that it isn't even a year, and it feels like we've been working together for about 2 to 3 years. So yeah,
my bestie. And
I know it. I know it. We definitely going to miss you here, Lauren. But we're going to get through this last hour. Overall, temperatures already starting to warm back up. If you're getting ready to head out the door this morning, might need that light jacket because temperatures are still on the cooler side, but already warmer than what we saw yesterday around this time. We're in the upper 30s as well as the low 40s. Lots of sunshine is expected throughout the entire day. Very similar to what we saw yesterday. Here's your current temperatures across the entire state. A little bit warmer already towards the eastern plains. In Akron, you're at 38 degrees, 40 degrees right here at our 9 News studios, 20s and teens across the high country, then also the low 30s for the western slope. So we are expecting lots of sunshine and a big warm up, about 10 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday. I have the low 60s forecasted in the forecast, 64 to be exact, and even warmer temperatures as we head into next week. We'll talk more about that later on in the show. Lauren?
Jaden, thank you so much. The University of Colorado community gathered on Boulder's campus to say goodbye to Buffs quarterback Dominique Ponder. The 23-year-old died last weekend in a single-car crash in East Boulder. Friends, teammates, coaches, and family members, they all filled the University Memorial Center yesterday to share memories of the Buffs quarterback. Speakers remembered him for his smile, his kindness, and the energy he brought to every room he walked into.
To the team, I want you to go play for Dom. The opponent will have 11 players. You will have 12.
Always going to be with them. Coaches say the team plans to honor Ponder all throughout the season, including special patches on their jerseys. The families of the 6 U.S. service members who were killed this week in an Iranian drone strike in Kuwait watched as their loved ones were brought home yesterday. You're seeing video from that dignified transfer at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and First Lady Melania Trump were all joined by top military officials to observe that solemn event. The war with Iran now enters its second week. CNN's Jen Sullivan explains why there is no end in sight.
Gray clouds hanging over the families of fallen soldiers as their remains are brought back to the U.S. The dignified transfer happening at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware Saturday. These 6 service members were killed in a drone strike in Kuwait last week.
They're great heroes in our country.
President Donald Trump speaking about the fallen soldiers at a different event earlier in the day. It's been more than a week since the U.S. and Israel launched a massive and coordinated attack on Iran to cripple that country's nuclear program and force a regime change.
We did the world a favor.
Iran launched a wave of retaliatory strikes on U.S. military bases, targets in Israel, and across the Middle East. The ongoing violence has rocked the region.
We do not intend to attack neighboring countries. As I have repeatedly said, they are our brothers.
The Iranian president also said they must not help the U.S. or Israel in their attacks. Meanwhile, Trump posted on Truth Social that violence would escalate, saying in part, Iran will be hit very hard. Many questions remain about what comes next for Iran and who will take over.
It is not going to go away with bombs from the sky. This regime has to be fought with on the ground by the people of Iran.
According to Iran's state-led media, a new supreme leader could be chosen in the next day. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
The Trump administration has declared an emergency and sold 12,000 bombs to Israel, bypassing Congress once again. According to a State Department notice, Israel had requested to buy the bombs, which are valued at more than $151 million. The notice says Secretary of State Marco Rubio determined the war with Iran constitutes an emergency that required the immediate sale of the bombs. As a result, the notice says the declaration waives congressional review requirements. Some Iranians are watching the war from Colorado. There are feelings of relief, but also some reluctance. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj explains.
For Payam Deba and his family, the grand unifier is food. Food is what we can all sit around the table and enjoy.
It seasons conversations.
To be able to express one's culture through food and to share that with one another is a beautiful thing.
For more than 30 years, they've been sharing their Iranian heritage with Colorado.
I cannot be grateful enough that my parents have sacrificed so much to come here and to work as hard as they did to give us a life that they didn't have, that was stolen from them.
Payam's parents fled Iran decades ago and came to America for a shot at a better life.
And the people of Iran have been oppressed for almost 50 years now.
After Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed in an attack by U.S. and Israeli forces, there were celebrations in cities around the world.
After being oppressed for so long, people just let out a sigh of relief, seeing just such a big change happen all of a sudden.
But that relief is being tempered.
And the uncertainty of what comes next, I think, is what's on people's minds constantly.
And while there's been support for U.S. intervention in Iran,
it's a dichotomy of two sides.
Revelry and reluctance.
People are still living in fear, whether it's fear of bombings or it's fear of getting taken. I really do hope that the people of Iran, the people of the Middle East, anybody who is currently feeling the effects of war and of violence can be free of those shackles.
That was Shalima Maharaj reporting. Now, the man that you just heard from, he's got family in Iran right now. He also has friends who haven't been able to reach their family members. An internet blackout was imposed back in January, making it extremely hard for people to reach loved ones or even know if they're okay. Back here in the U.S., at least 6 people are dead following severe storms that moved through the central part of the country. Officials say 4 people were killed and others were injured when a tornado moved through multiple counties in southwestern Michigan on Friday. Meanwhile, in Oklahoma, 2 people are dead after a tornado ripped through just south of Tulsa. That severe weather is now threatening parts of Texas.